Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on and fly with me.
The Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta is the world's largest balloon rally. Held annually in October, space limitations restrict it to 600 entries. The fiesta draws a crowd of approximately 100,000 people. The event begins before sunrise, with the Dawn Patrol balloons glowing in the night sky and testing the atmospheric conditions.
Starry-eyed, once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear all the angels cheer because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds.
As the early morning light arrives, so do the balloonists and the spectators. The balloonist trucks drive onto the field. The deflated balloons and other gear are unloaded, and the balloons are laid out in neat rows. Balloons are first inflated with large fans so that the burners can be directed into them without danger of igniting the fabric.
The air is rarefied. We'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so very near. You might even hear a whole gang of cheers just because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a cuckoo day. You just say those words and we'll take our birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's so perfect for a flying honeymoon. Oh, babe, come fly with me. Let's fly, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away. Pack a small bag.
Once the balloon is fully inflated and the basket turned upright, the passengers scramble aboard and away they go.
Wouldn't you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? Wouldn't you like to glide in my beautiful balloon? We could float among the stars together, you and I, for we can fly up and away in my beautiful balloon. World's a nicer place in my beautiful balloon. It wears a nicer face in my beautiful balloon. We can sing a song and sail along the silver sky, for we can fly up and away in my beautiful balloon. Suspended under a twilight canopy, we'll search the clouds for a star to guide us on. If by some chance you find yourself loving me, we'll find a cloud to hide us, keep the moon beside us. Love is waiting there in my beautiful balloon, way up in the air in my balloon. If you hold my hand, we'll chase your dreams across the sky. For we can fly up and away in my beautiful balloon. Up and away.
Albuquerque holds a special attraction for balloonists because of its unique wind patterns. The wind moves in one direction at the lower levels and in the opposite direction at the upper levels, permitting flights to continually return to their starting points. Our adventure began at Glacier International Airport, where we were met by the park's vintage red buses. Originally built by White Motor Company in 1936, their wooden bodies were recently refurbished and placed on modern chassis by Ford Motor Company. They now sport Rolls-Royce grills, automatic transmissions, power brakes, and power steering. The convertible tops, however, are still opened and closed the old-fashioned way. The drivers are called jammers. Our first stop, Glacier Park Lodge, is situated on the Blackfeet Indian Reservation. First opened in 1913, the lodge has 161 guest rooms. It is supported by 60 40-foot long timbers, 3 to 3.5 feet in diameter, and thought to be 500 to 800 years old. After checking in, we joined our fellow travelers for an outdoor barbecue. Leaving Glacier Park Lodge in the morning, we headed to Two Medicine Lake for a scenic cruise. Upon disembarking, we hiked to Running Eagle Falls, an area sacred to the Blackfeet people. Running Eagle Falls was named for a woman warrior respected for her great skill in battle. The falls area is one of the sites known to be used by Running Eagle for her vision quests. We next drove to the Prince of Wales Hotel in Waterton National Parks, Canada, and arrived in time for high tea. The 7-story, 81-room hotel is anchored to the rock by internal cables. It was built in 1927 and was closed for short periods during the Great Depression and World War II. The waitresses are dressed in their tartans. The 3-story lobby windows overlook Waterton Lakes and the town of Waterton, Canada. A short walk from town, we arrived at beautiful Red Rock Canyon. Taking another hike, we came to Cameron Falls, whose erosive action exposed the oldest observable rocks in the Rocky Mountains. The wildlife roam freely through the town. The Bertha Lake Trail takes us to more beautiful scenery and another gorgeous waterfall. It also has a friendly bear. The Many Glacier Hotel is our next stop. Many Glacier is the largest lodge in the park and is located in an area referred to as the Switzerland of North America. It lies on the shores of Swift Current Lake in the heart of Glacier. The many trails around the lake are great for hiking and observing the ever-changing scenery. We boarded a boat for a cruise along the majestic shores of Lake Josephine, then portaged to Grinnell Lake, where another boat took us to the Hidden Falls Trail. After retracing our route, we again boarded the Reds for our drive across the Going to the Sun Road. A cruise on beautiful St. Mary Lake with its wild goose island was our first stop on the road. Upon disembarking, we found a trail to another picturesque waterfall. Taking the top down, we continued to the visitor center, stopping only to see a grizzly and a longhorn sheep along the way. Upon arriving at the Visitor Center, we are greeted by expansive panoramas and views of the beautiful McDonald Valley. Back in the Reds, we continue to Lake McDonald Lodge. Built as a private lodge in 1913, rustic Lake McDonald Lodge has an atmosphere of the Old West. Lake McDonald, 10 miles long and 1 mile wide, is the largest lake in Glacier National Park. Though separately administered, Glacier National Park and Waterton Lakes National Park in 1932 formed Waterton Glacier International Peace Park.